Hey guys, so this is the look I'm doing for you today. It's like a very nice summer kind of look. It's coppery, you know, has a little bit of a smokiness to it, and it's just very like easy and really like you can go to the beach with it. You know, it has a nice glow to it. So if you want to see how I get this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do, like always, is prime your eye, and I'm using the e.l.f. eyelid primer. And just take a little bit of that. And this will prevent your shadows from creasing and help them last longer. And all that good stuff. So I was thinking about doing like a one palette look kind of series thing. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. Like try to find like single palettes. Like today I'm actually using a single palette almost on the whole e.l.f. flawless shadow and beautiful browns. I'm using all of these colors. There is one color different that I'm not using that's in this palette, but tell me what you guys would think about that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the one color that I'm not using out of that palette, and this is Brulee by Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to take that on a big eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to place this all over my lid, because I noticed with this brown color that I'm going to use as my transition actually kind of changes if I don't put anything over the primer. Like the color changes, it turns like dirty. It's kind of gross, but it's just an extra step you got to do sometimes. So like I said, I'm taking this beautiful brown. It's number 20910 by e.l.f. and it's in the white eyeshadow one, and it looks like that, and it tells you, you know, where they're supposed to go. I'm going to take a fluffy brush with this light brown color. It's like a soft brown, and I'm going to place this in my transition area right above my crease. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know what? Do I need to zoom you guys in a little bit? There you go. So as long as you have the color down, kind of should look like that. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush, anything with like a pointed tip on it. You can also use like a flat brush, like an eyeshadow brush, a flat one. Sorry, that's dirty. But I prefer to use one with like a tip on it, and then it, you know, it's like domed. And I'm going to use this dark brown right there, and I'm just going to place that right on the tip of that brush, and I'm going to put that right into my crease area, concentrating it only on the outer corner. Then I'm going to go back with that fluffy brush, no added product, and just kind of blend it in. You could tell it just kind of gives the outer crease a little bit more definition, and it just kind of carves it in just a little bit. And again, just make sure it's blended. We're going to come back with a little bit more color towards the end when we're finished. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a color tattoo, and this is Barely Branded, and I'm just going to use a little bit as a base for the next color, and put this on my eyelid, staying underneath my crease. You don't want to go any higher, and I'm going to put a little bit in my inner tear duct. And just make sure this is blended out, because you don't want any chunks in there. Okay. And then the last color that's in here is this copper color. It's almost like a penny color. And I'm just going to take this on a big eyeshadow brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat this on first. Don't go into your crease. So you're going to pat the color on, pack that color on. Pat and pack. Excuse me. I'm trying to get over this cough. I don't know where it came from. Then you're going to take it, kind of hold your eye and sweep it over. You're going to kind of buff it out, and it's going to give it that little bit of shine that it's supposed to have. You can do this with like any sort of like metallic color. Then I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and just kind of blend it into the crease so it's not a harsh line. Then I'm going to go back with that dome brush into that dark brown color and just pick up a tiny bit more product and just go back and define that crease just a little, just a smidge. And I just kind of like to go back and forth. So that's what you should have right now. You know what, that crease needs to be a tad bit darker. Let's add a little bit more product to it. I don't know if it's the way the light's hitting it. There we go. And again, blend. Okay, then I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the top color, which is shimmery, like cream color, and I'll place that on the side of my brush and place that into the inner corner. Give it a nice highlight in there. Open up the eyes. Then I'm going to take that same brush with the Brulee by Wet n Wild, which is a matte cream color, more of a yellow toned, and I'm going to use this as my highlight color. And I like to go back and again just kind of make sure everything is blended. Okay, then I'm going to take my eyelash curler and curl those babies. Then I'm going to go in with, this is e.l.f. Precision Liquid Liner in black. And I'm going to do small wing. And a pretty thin liner. Just kind of making sure it's even. Kind of messed up right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take an angled eyeliner brush and I'm going to take that deep brown color right there at the bottom, and I'm just going to give my bottom lashes a little definition. Just right at the lash line. Then I'm going to take my Lash Blast by CoverGirl. And I'm going to separate my lashes. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Colossal. This one isn't waterproof, but if you're going to be out in the sun or in the water, you know, you could possibly be sweating, you definitely want to use a waterproof one. Take Telescopic Explosion by L'Oreal, and I'm going to put a little bit on my bottom lashes. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to stop the camera from moving everywhere. I've already done my foundation. I've already put some powder on, set it, and I already did a contour, but I can tell in the camera you can't see it. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. pressed powder in cocoa. It's really dark. As you can tell, it's really dark. And I'm going to take that on a fan brush. And I'm going to place that on the temples and my forehead, underneath my jaw. And just make sure you blend that out. You don't want like a harsh line on your face. And I already did a contour on my nose. I'm not going to redo that. And I also put a little bit, I take an angled fluffy brush like this, and into that, and I just put it right underneath there, and it just kind of makes your lip a little more pouty, a little more, you know, full it looks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two different kind of like mineralized baked stuff. I'm going to take MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in Warmed, and it looks like this. It's pretty dark, and I'm also going to take e.l.f.'s Baked Blush, and this is in Pink-tastic, and it looks like this. But I'm going to take this one first, and I'm just going to take a fluffy, this is actually an eyeshadow brush from e.l.f., like a fluffy blending brush. But I'm going to use this, and I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to place this as a highlight on my cheekbone. So you just place it on the top of your cheeks. And it's a nice bronzy glow. But I know on camera it probably looks really pretty. But I don't, it's really like bronzy. But I'm going to take a little bit on this dual fiber brush, and I'm going to use it as, you could just put it at the same time. Use a little bit like blush. Okay. Then I'm going to go back with the blending fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. And this one, because it's whiter, I'm really going to concentrate that right on the tops of my cheekbones. And now you can tell it gives a really nice glow. And your cheeks look nice and, you know, happy too. With the mineralized, I'm gonna actually take a little bit more of the mineralized skin finish. Just like, okay guys, so that is the finished look. Let me go ahead and zoom you in just a little bit so you can kind of see. There we go. So that's the finished look. and I hope you guys enjoy it. Wow, wrong way. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.